So I'm going to start this off a little bit differently. The Bethesda conference I'm in two minds about because it was good. I mean, they're solely a games company, so all they talked about was making games. Not like the Xbox conference where they have to talk about their company and their hardware. And Bethesda did show off some very impressive looking games, but I couldn't shake the feeling that either they screened the crowd for massive fans of their particular intellectual properties, or they paid people to cheer obnoxiously at everything they announced. Because some of the cheers that were like mid-sentence of some of the people presenting just didn't seem real. And once that thought occurred, I couldn't shake it off. And it just took down the whole conference for me. The other problem I have, them being a dedicated game studio with their dedicated IPs, is I try really hard to not be overhyped on expansions and DLCs and continuations of franchises because I think that curbs creativity and development of new and interesting ideas. But it is much more reliably bankable, so let's try to be slightly less resentful about a company doing something that is more financially sound. So some games that were talked about, a bit perplexingly, were a couple of different Elder Scrolls games. Elder Scrolls Blades, which, not even sure what it was, just a different game, an MMO, something with quests, something you can play mobile on the Switch, which actually sounds like a good use of your mobile time on the Switch. And at the very least, isn't just some knockoff Nintendo thing that they made to appeal to straight Nintendo fans. I'm trying to be nice, I swear. Fallout 76, they're adding things too. I really think they should just bin that project. And of all the things you get to harp on about Fallout 76, one of your big accomplishments is that you actually added human characters. That was in your marketing material, that there wasn't any. That doesn't make any sense at all. And you added a Battle Royale mode? I don't think anyone looked at Fallout 76 and thought, man, this game would be great if it had a Battle Royale mode. I think your game was hopping on an old trend, and you thought the best way to fix it was to hop on a new trend, and it's just not what people want in a Fallout game. It's not what I want in a Fallout game. There were also advertisements for a new Wolfenstein game, or two new Wolfenstein games, and it was a bit creepily psychotic the way they were introduced, because the amount of glee the man mentioned when he said you get to kill those Nazis, or kill those Nazis in VR with a friend, or mow down the Nazis by the hundreds, would have sounded really fucking psychotic if you were killing anything but Nazis. But I think it's been well established that you can kill any number of Nazis you want with no effect to your karma, especially in video games, where they're like, I don't know, breaking boxes, or hopping on the Goomba things in Mario. They have about the same impact. But hey, if you really want to shoot Nazis, if you're really pissed off at them, or just hate them on principle, then now you can do it in VR, you psychopath. There was a really interesting looking trailer for something called Deathloop, which, yeah, I mean, it looked good. There was free running and shooting and, I don't know, a force push and a teleporting lady bouncing off a wall, but it told you fuck all about the game. So, one of your usual E3 trailers that really looks good, but doesn't actually give you any information on it. It's just designed to make it look good. Of course, this being a Bethesda conference, they had to bring up Doom, a new Doom, and some stuff with the old Doom. I'm saying Doom funny because they just called it Doom, like the original Doom. And they have an interesting mode in Doom, maybe the new one, Doom Eternal? I think it's in Doom Eternal, where it's a brand new player experience, where two people get to control the monsters and one person gets to control a space marine, and they get to fight. And I suppose, yeah, that is a new experience. We've had games where it's 3 enemies on one good guy, or 3 good guys on one enemy. We never had 2 before. That's a completely different number. The one game in the Bethesda showing that I did find terribly interesting was Ghostwire Tokyo. Why it's not just called Ghostwire, I don't know, because I'm pretty sure we can assume it's Tokyo once you show us a bit of the landscape, or a famous area, like the Shinjuku Crossing or something. But it looks like a weird, creepy action game with people just disappearing and leaving their clothes behind. Although one bit in the trailer bugged me because it was just a shoe. So, I guess the lady was just walking around in her heels, and the rest of her clothes weren't there, which, very strange for Japan. You don't usually see shit like that there. What I did enjoy about the announcement for that game, though, is the creative director was, make sure I get her name right, Ikumi Nakamura, who worked a lot on the art and the games of things like Okami, Bayonetta, and The Evil Within, and people lost their fucking minds when she came out as the creative director because, hey, she made games that I like, and now she's even more important with a game, which is a good reason to lose your mind. I wish one person had said that for Death Stranding. Oh, this game looks really interesting because I like Hideo Kojima's stuff instead of Norman Reedus walking left. It would have made me less angry about it. Well, so Bethesda overall did a good job at showing off some interesting games, and even some new ones that I might be interested in. So, not bad.